Hello from nowhere, where it's raining on the Mystic Mountain. In the fantastical land of nowhere. So this is day 3 of the No Scroll Challenge. This where you don't go to comment section, you don't scroll your news feed on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, social media, period. All right. Anyway, so this is it. Here comes the star of the show. What do you want? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is the star. Well, guys, it's raining, and the cat is talking. You see all these big trees? I need to cut them down. They're too close to my house. All these trees, they're very close to the house. And I need to cut them down now. I'm going to cut them down because they go all the way around my house like that. And the thunderstorm and the storms in general got me thinking that it'd be pretty bad if they fell on my house. All it would take is one, and then I have to build a new house because we ain't got no money over here on the fantastical mountain. So I would have quit nudging the camera, cat. You about to get down. There's the chicken. Cleaned her cage out. It's gonna start raining pretty hard. You may not be able to hear me. But I'm only gonna talk for a minute. The way I figure I'm gonna cut these trees down that are near the house and they can't just fall anywhere they want to fall except on me is I'm gonna get a ladder. And before you make assumptions to what I'm going to do with that ladder, let me finish. I'm going to get a really big ladder, probably at least 40 feet. Because most of these trees right here, okay, they go on up to outer space, I promise. And so I'm going to put the ladder up against them, and as high as I can get on some of these, I'm going to tie a cable or a rope to them, probably a steel cable. I know some ropes are synthetic and they're very strong. I may use those, but I need something that I can loop around it, hook it together, and then run it to the ground and run it around a tree or two on the ground in a different direction. And what that'll do is when you yank on a rope, at the end of that rope, it'll pull the tree in the direction you want it to go, but you can also be pulling in opposite direction. And the tree will go in the direction you want it to go because of, I guess the point that it stops. On the tree it wraps around on the ground. And that's pretty much my idea. Pull it on a winch, and what I understand about this pulling trees is when you see that tree, the weight just barely shift in the direction you want it to go, it then has force acting on it to bring it in that direction. Because some of these trees, now that straight one probably doesn't need it. You'd probably be good to get a wedge to encourage it, a few wedges to encourage it. But what I'm talking about here, and I know you can't see it, but these trees, you see these? These look like something you see in a movie about a witch. Alright? And they're straight, except those up there, man, those are heavy. You don't know it, but the top of that tree is very heavy, and it's leaning right towards my house. And it's straight underneath that. So really, for trees like that, and that one right there, I don't know if you can tell the kink right there, but they're all wanting to come towards the house if they decide to get a little too much leverage. I guess it really depends on where they break, what happens. The trees are, they're strong as they are. You ever try to push a tree? There's a reason it won't fall over. So I'm not too worried about it falling off and breaking. But all this rain and all this leverage on these things, you never know. It'd be great if the top broke off and just stopped on the roof. That'd be... It needs a new roof anyway. You see this? I don't know who built this. Actually, I do. And it's awful. This is awful craftsmanship. Like, whoever's doing this, they need to go flip a hamburger at the McDonald's. Not do this. So anyways, it's basically on the tricky ones like those, that's where I'm going to get a pull rope and put it on there. And, I have all these great, fantastic anchor points. I don't want to destroy the forest. And, I could call a logging company and they could probably buy all these trees considering how big they are. And there's like 16 acres worth of that. There's some sticks, but I really don't want to destroy my forest because, for one, once it's gone, it takes decades to come back. And for two, I don't know how that would exactly change the landscape of the ground when it's all said and done. Because right now, this is a crude explanation from what I understand, is that leaves are like this mulch. And roots of these trees and everything, it holds the ground still and in place. There's still erosion. There's always going to be erosion, but it resists it. So it holds the ground pretty much as it is. If all these trees come off of here, over the time, all this rain, especially it rains a lot in Alabama and it storms a lot. Rain like that is going to wash the mountain down, and it's going to change it all. And it'd be better off to thin it out and leave the big ones and everything and just cut it at the ground, and then the roots will hold it together. All kinds of things. But yeah, that's pretty much what's on the agenda here. As soon as I finish, I'm almost done with that part down in there. I have to... If you could see it on camera, I'll try to zoom in and show y'all. But way back in there, yeah, that's as far as I can go. You can see that mountain all the way way in the distance. And I've got a few more trees to cut down. I got to cut that branch down. That branch is blocking it. I went out there with my pole saw earlier. And the pole saw obviously is not tall enough. You see how tall that branch is off the ground? The pole saw goes about 10 feet in the air. And I was just, let me see. I really need a good ladder. And, when you cut down a branch, what you have to realize is that because of its nature, a branch is kind of flexible, especially when it's like that. And when it launches at the ground, for some reason, most of the time they tilt. And when it hits the tip, that thing looks like a praying mantis. And when it hits the tip of that branch at the ground, it's going to spring back. And sometimes branches, if you don't cut the correct notches, they can swing back into your ladder, knock the ladder out from underneath you, and then you're flying into the ground. You don't want to do that. Best thing to do with a branch like that is not have to get on a ladder and find some way to cut it. Alright? And you cut it in little pieces if you want to be absolutely sure. Like, you wouldn't do like a tree, come all the way up here. You would want to cut, and just take your time. And then it can't really hurt you unless it falls on you. And I need to get that out of the way. And then I can see that mountain. I've still got some more work to do on that mountainside right there. I still got a little bit more work to do on that mountainside. And That's about it. I hope you guys have a great day. Go find all the blessings and all the curses. Hope everything goes your way. Have a great day.